Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Nature Care Movement. My name is Vanessa. We are individuals who specialize in helping people with their mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual states. Today, we have a very brief topic. We're going to talk about the two most important hormones in our bodies, starting off strong with testosterone, which is known as the male hormone. And then also, it's also strong, all right, very strong, because gotta give some respect to some women up in here. So it's also estrogen, the second hormone that we're going to be talking about, known as the female hormone, okay? So let's just jump right into it. The male hormone, testosterone. I'm just going to talk about how each one plays an important role in our human in the human body, in our human body. Yeah, that doesn't sound right. In the human body, um, one thing to point out is that all humans have both hormones. The males have more testosterone than estrogen, and the women have more estrogen than testosterone. All right. So we're just gonna jump right into it, okay? So starting off with testosterone, I have my notes here just in case I forget something that I'm like, oh, I want to put that in there. So starting off with testosterone, what are the roles of this hormone? Well, it has major roles, but I'm just gonna mention some brief ones, all right? So it helps with building muscle mass, it helps with bone density, it helps with red blood cell production, it helps in also maintaining the energy levels. So it has a function of things, very important. But I think the most important one, well, the one that stands out the most is the strength. The strength, I swear, when you see a man, you're like, man, it's always beautiful to see a strong man, and especially when you see the strength. Like, one thing is seeing the muscles, another thing is seeing the strength being put into action. I remember this one time, small little story. I think I was like 16. All right, yeah, I was 16 or 17, around there. And a friend had asked my parents if they could borrow the house, the backyard, to throw a little kids party. So then, sure enough, my parents say yes. They rent out a jumper. All right. So me and the friend were both women, right? So she's a woman. She was in her, I think, her late 20s. Me, like I said, I was 16 or 17. And she's like, Vanessa, I wanna move the jumper because it's hitting the corner of the house. We don't want it to damage the house or the house to damage the jumper. So then her and I, we were trying to move it. Just trying to move it. That thing was heavy, thick and heavy. I was like, damn. Her and I, we couldn't even move it 1 inch. 1 inch. We couldn't do it. So then I see my brother passing by. My brother was 19 at the time. And I told my brother, I was like, hey, dude, like, we want to move it. Like, it's hitting the house. Or we can. Should we turn it off? And then we can all move it together. You know what my brother did? He grabs it. It's inflated, right? He just grabs it and boom, pulls it. He was able to move it like 6 inches. Just like that. I was in shock. I was like, what? That was the first core memory that I have where I saw strength being put into play. Because I remember that thing was heavy. I was like, ain't no way I could do what he just did. I swear, oh my God. That's very beautiful to see in a man. Seeing their strength be into play. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Just because then a lot of images came about, like seeing strong man. Not again, not muscle way. Not in that way. Just strength. It's beautiful. Well, anyways, so now that was my little short story. And now, so then in man, this testosterone hormone. It's key for sperm production and sexual function. All right, men, we need y'all to use testosterone for the good sexual function. Put in work, put in some good work for us. Because it's beautiful when a man that has so much testosterone, and of course you guys are like, oh, so much testosterone, that's why I gotta go and get it out and blah blah. Yeah, but at least be good at it. I don't know why I went that way, but it just had to come out. It had to come out for me and my girls, all right? So now, in women, testosterone is very important as well. We have it in smaller levels, um, but it helps us out with balancing amounts of. Oh, I'm sorry. What was I trying to say with that? I don't know why. I was trying to say that with the balance amount of it, actually, with the balance amount of testosterone in us, it will help us with strength. It also gives us strength, all right? It's very important for the muscle mass and our mood stability and healthy libido. Very important. Now, we're going to move on to women and the female hormone. We're going to talk about how estrogen is very crucial, not only for for a female's reproductive health, but also in helping us regulating the menstrual cycle, fertility, and pregnancy. Right? It's it's also helpful for strong bones. It's crazy, right? Because testosterone is the one that helps men out with having strong bones, and for us women, it's estrogen. So it's also helpful for healthy cholesterol. It's helpful for skin elasticity and even our brain protection. It's very helpful for that. I think that's so beautiful. Like how estrogen helps us out with the brain protection, because women are insanely smart. Um, I mean, men as well, of course, men as well. But I think just women, the way they are just built inside, the way we multitask, the way we're so thoughtful, the way we're so emotionally intelligent. Women really try and be better and better and better. I just have a lot of admiration for women. Being one myself and being surrounded by incredible women, I just have a huge admiration of their intelligence. And every time I think about that, like how estrogen helps the protection of the mind or the brain, I'm like, damn, it's just so beautiful to be a woman. Now, also, estrogen is very important in men, all right? They also have it in very small levels, or, yeah, in small levels, yeah. But the role in men with this hormone is that it helps them out with their sperm health, with mood balance, and cardiovascular protection. I think it's very interesting how the female hormone is the one that helps men out with the cardiovascular. I think it's very interesting. Why? Because women are the ones that are mostly connected to their emotions, and also known as the heart. Emotions come from the heart. And what a coincidence that the hormone that helps out men with their healthiness of their heart is the hormone that comes from women, that are is not comes well, I don't know if it would have come from women, but it's mostly found in women. Women are just very loving, I swear. um I just find that beautiful. So now what's fascinating is the balance between the two. So too little testosterone or estrogen can lead to fatigue, weak bones, mood issues, or fertility problems. I advocate for that. Absolutely. I went through it. I went through a hormonal imbalance. Too much of either can also they cause health concerns, all right? I advocate for it. I had my little battle scars of my hormonal imbalance. I'm still fixing it, by the way. Finally, it's getting back on track, but that's just what happens when you go through life, and you're always going to be going through it in life. It comes and goes, you know. I don't want to say like I'm going through it right now, because I'm not, because it comes in phases. But as long as you understand that detachment is very important, you can maneuver many of these crazy things that go on in life. You're like, oh, well, I've been through this kind of already before. I'll be all right. you live and you learn. Just wrap it all up. The key message that I'm trying to say here is that estrogen and testosterone work together as a team. They're very important in all of us in the human body. Um, I just find it also very beautiful how even in your own body, hormones like this between the yin yang have to work together. It's also, I think, a beautiful way of God telling us, like, if it has to work together as a team inside your body, it also has to work together like that outside. This whole thing, like, I don't know why we're so against one another, or the world paints it like that, like screw men or screw women, and women need to work on this and men need to work on this, but it's never been like that. It has to be about what do I have to work on just in my own self of balancing out my own masculine and my own feminine energy. And it starts off with something so small that God gives you a visual representation of. Even your hormones have to find a balance on their own of you helping them out with your mental, physical, spiritual, emotional states to help you balance that out. Amazing. So they work together like a team. They support each other in growth, energy, reproduction, and overall well being in both men and women. That's what they do. They help you out with that. And also, keeping them in healthy balance is vital for a strong body and a healthy mind. Very important. Um, it's a ping pong effect. So keeping them in balance will help you out with a strong body and a strong mind, but also allowing yourself to work first on having a strong mind and a strong body will also play that effect on having a balance in the hormones. So goes back, it goes hand in hand. That's what I'm trying to say. So just to wrap it all up, that was it. This is just the beginning of the series that I would like to start off by talking about small things like that, hormones in the human body, so it can help us better understand us, and from there on, go advancing in the series of other topics to help you make it all come together so you can get a better understanding of yourself and how you can help out yourself. So let me help you. Pretty much, right? So this was Nature Care Movement. I hope to see you back here once I get other video out. Hope to see you back. And I hope you have a great day. Or if you're seeing this at night, I hope you have a great night. Alright? This was Vanessa. See ya soon.